What's up guys, I'm back again with another very quick video. This one's going to be, again, another really quick video. This one's going to be around the supplements that I would recommend that you take if you're training at the gym frequently. By frequently, I mean if you go in at all really, you know, so if you're training, then this is what I would recommend that you take. So number one, definitely creatine. The benefits of creatine are insane. Studies have shown that creatine is one of the most well-tested supplements there is for what it says it does, basically. So I would definitely take creatine. Now, you can either take creatine two ways. You can either load it, so you can do, I think it's 20 grams a day, and you do that for about a week or a few days, maybe like 5 days, and then you go to 3 to 5 grams, or because then it makes it kick in a lot quicker when you do that, basically. Or you can just take 3 to 5 grams daily, and after, you know, a week or two, you'll probably start noticing the benefits. Benefits of it are increased strength. Now, of course, it isn't a steroid or anything like that. It just helps you get that extra rep, if anything. I've noticed the difference that I've noticed with it when I train is that without it, I notice that I might fall shy of a rep or two on a set I would usually get. So it just helps you in that regard. It also helps with muscle fullness. What it does is it draws all of the water into your muscles, so it helps them, you know, hydrate. It helps the size of them as well, so you will appear a little bit bigger with it. You're not going to grow ridiculous amounts, of course, but you will grow a little bit with it. But I definitely take it. It's quite cheap. This was $21.99. This brand's Savvy Essentials, don't know if you can see it. You get 500 grams a year, I take 5 grams a day, so that will literally last 100 days, which is pretty much like 3 months in a week or something like that, right? So yeah, creatine, definitely number one. You should definitely get this if you're lifting weight. It's even been studies shown that creatine actually just helps cognitive function in general, so if somebody that has a job that, you know, you have to think a lot and you know it's quite mentally demanding, creatine can actually help with that as well. So yeah, it's not just for, you know, meatheads. Essential omega-3s, we should all be having, you know, fatty, you know, fish acids as it were. So this is to help with heart health, heart function. Also, I've noticed it helps with skin as well. So it can help it makes your skin not really oily to the point that you're gonna get, you know, acne outbreaks and stuff like that. But it does, you do notice that you get a bit more colour with it. So you can have 1 or 2 of these, really have one to 2. You can have 1, maybe 2 of these a day. Like I say, mainly for heart health, and also it helps with your, you know, your brain function as well. It also helps with digestion. So I know there's some people within the fitness industry that suggest having this with every meal, so they'll have like 3 a day maybe, just to aid digestion, so you could look at that as well. But personally, I take 1 of these a day, just 1. Now, there's 3 in here, 3 different ones. You can get them individually, or you can get them in, you know, like this. I would probably recommend getting them individually, if I'm being totally honest, because it's easier to weigh them out. So I would typically have more zinc than this, but I can't because then I'll overdo the calcium. You get where I'm coming from. Sorry, there's 4 things in here, not 3. So calcium, really good for bone health. Magnesium, really good for muscle contraction. Really good for sleep as well, actually. I've noticed that my sleep's a little bit better with it, but don't take magnesium too close to bed, because if you take it too close to bed, I've noticed you can wake up a little bit groggy. So I definitely take it, maybe, I usually take it before the gym, because I go to the gym, I train about 7-ish. Take it around then, I'll be, you know, knocked out by like 10. It's not like 5-HTP, although you probably would recommend that if you're struggling with sleep, but magnesium does actually really help with my sleep. Zinc helps with testosterone. You know, you should be having about 10, I think it's 10, I think there's 8 in here, but I think you should be having 10 milligrams zinc a day, especially if you're, you know, weight training quite frequently. And then vitamin D, of course, that's important. That comes in here, but it only has 100 IU, which is nothing. Like, I would recommend, which is going to bring me on to the next one. So I'd recommend vitamin D3 as well, especially if you live in the UK, and out there it doesn't look great. So I recommend vitamin D3. It's basically something you can only really get from the sun. You can get vitamin D2 from certain foods, but D3 is literally from the sun. So what I would do is I would supplement with it. This one is 1,000 IU per tablet. I take 2 of these, just because the upper limit for somebody of my size is 4,000. So I would go on Google or ask ChatGPT, put in your size, your weight, and say how much and where you live as well. Because if you live in a really hot, warm country in the outside all day, you might not even need any. You might need one. But if you live somewhere cold, you're indoors a lot, you work in an office, for example, then I would probably definitely look to supplement with this and take up to 4,000 or the upper limit. I take 2,000 at the moment. I'm finding that my energy levels are okay with that. And it also helps with anxiety. It helps with, if you're anxious all the time and you feel a bit jittery all the time, it might be down to vitamin D3 deficiency as well. So like I say, it depends on your size, but I'd say 2,000 IU safe for most people, really. I'm not a doctor, of course, I don't want to claim to be or anything like that, but I'd say take 1 to 2,000 IU a day and you should be absolutely fine with that. They're like the essentials, I'd say. So for the gym, I'd say creatine if you want to be lifting weights. I'd say omega-3s, magnesium, zinc and calcium, and vitamin D. I'd say that's essential. I think everyone should be having all of them, even creatine, because like I say, it does have cognitive benefits as well. These are like more non-essential now. So turmeric and black pepper. So this is, as it says on here, this is for joint health. This really does help your joints. I used to get bad elbows all the time, mainly from tricep pull downs or push downs, whatever you want to call them. But this has kind of nipped that in the bud. I don't get so many elbow pains anymore, so I take one of these a day as well. It is literally, I don't know any other benefits of it, if I'm honest. I just know it really helps with joints, so that's why I take it, because I had terrible knees growing up. And if you have bad knees, I recommend taking this too. And then there's 2 more extra ones. I couldn't find the boxes for them. They all fell out and now I've stored them differently. But this one is Viagra. I'm joking, it's ashwagandha. So this one's ashwagandha. This one will help ease anxiety. It can boost testosterone as well. It can help with your sleep, dramatically decrease depression. I'll try and say dramatically decrease depression. Try and say that was difficult, but yeah, this can help with that too. I've noticed that it does have an impact on the gym. However, bad side effects I got from it, tinnitus, strange. I know I got ringing in my ears when I took it. Not all the time, just a lot more frequently, but I'm prone to migraines where that's a symptom. So whether or not this is bad for that, I don't know. But yeah, ashwagandha, or its alternative, rhodiola, which I prefer. Rhodiola, again, similar to ashwagandha, helps decrease stress. It helps with libido, helps with strength, testosterone increase, testosterone support, whatever you want to call it. There is another one that's similar to these called Tongateli. I haven't tried that yet, if I'm honest, but I've heard good things about it, so I may. But yeah, I'd say that's literally an essential stack for the gym. Like, that's just your essential. Obviously, there is more things I've taken in the past. There's things on top of that I don't have at the moment. But I'd say that would get you by, literally. I'd say that's like 85% of what you actually need, like really, you don't even need any of that. Obviously, if you eat enough salmon, you might not need the omega-3s. If you get enough sunlight, you won't need a vitamin D3. You don't need creatine, but I would definitely recommend it. I recommend to everybody that I train and clients to get creatine. It's really good. You'll notice improvement. And you could get by without the joint health, but that's again like an extra. So yeah, we're at like nine, nearly 10 minutes now, guys. I wanted to keep this one short. Please make sure that you like, comment and subscribe on the video if you found this video helpful, and also leave a comment on topics that you want me to cover, and I will do my absolute best to make a video on whatever you guys comment. If there's anything that you need to know, fitness related, or life related, or supplement related, anything like that, then feel free to leave a comment and I'll be sure to try and do a video on it. But until next time, cheers guys.